May I have in your intention, please?
My wife Kim, and this is our oldest son Joe. I originally got involved with Leukemia Lymphoma Society back in 2008, 2009. Was fortunate to win Man of the Year in 2011, and then 90 days later, our son Joe was diagnosed with leukemia. When your son is diagnosed or your child's diagnosed with a serious illness such as leukemia, it really puts in perspective what's really important. I was reviewing Caring Bridge while I had a layover in the airport, and the person I was traveling with stepped away to take a call, and I started reading through some old posts back in 2011 when Joe was kind of in the first 30 days, and he passed an important milestone and his bone marrow had cleared, and the person I was traveling with came back and he's like, "What's going on?" Because he could see that I was in tears. Because it's really easy to go back to those times when you can see them in your writing and what I had written. And the good news is we're down the road a ways. Joe's a healthy, semi-normal 11-year-old, well-nourished, and that's awesome.
Well, I'm running in honor of a little boy. His name's Corbin Pierce, and he's really sick right now, so I know that he'd probably want to do this. So I'm running to tell his story so that other families can feel that it's going to be okay and that they'll make it through. When you have cancer, it's kind of at the bottom part, but then once you start fighting through it, and just to tell them that they can make it, you just have to have hope and you have to stay positive. I've gotten to make a wish, which was awesome. And then at school, you can tell people that you had cancer and you don't quit, and that anything can get thrown at you, those curveballs, and you'll hit it out of the park.
When we tell our story in an empowering way, it allows other people to heal. So I think that's one thing that we've taken away from this whole experience is being able to share those experiences and tell them that it's hard and it's difficult, and we've been through it, and we've been through the trenches, and we've done the midnight ER visits and the hospital stays and the nights of worry and all of that, but there is something beautiful also that you can learn along the way if you allow yourself to be open to that.
And that's what Joe, I think, can be for other families, is that, share that hope that there is a tomorrow, and to keep fighting every day.
I just want to add that the doctors who helped me through, and my teacher who would bring homework to the hospital and help me do it, and it's just been great to have that extra help, and the doctors who helped me get through this, and who's just they'll all have a spot in my heart, and I love them for that, and I hope that they know that it matters what they do.
The reason why everyone's at the event is to raise awareness and funds for finding a cure, finding cures for blood cancer. You don't know when your dollar might be the dollar that's raised that finds the cure or advances a treatment to the point where it becomes standard protocol. When it becomes this personal for our family, that it means a lot, and couldn't appreciate everyone's support more than we do, because if I had been diagnosed with what Joe has, which is T-cell leukemia, when I was a little boy, 4 years old, the chance of my survival was probably less than 30%. So in one generation we've come that far. Just think what we can do if we all put our heart and soul into finding cures.